Mrs. Machel, you're at the centre of many efforts to improve the lives of the most vulnerable women and children. I listed some of them before. The Graça Machel Trust, the Elders, the Partnership for Maternal, Newborn and Child Health, SUN, many more. And we're unveiling on Saturday a new global strategy for women's, children's and adolescents' health. Because the burden of nutrition, so much of the burden of malnutrition does fall on women and children. I wanted to ask you what you can do, given the power of your voice, in all of the many groups you work with, to make sure that nutrition is front and centre going forward of all of these various women's and children's efforts.
Well, let me begin by saying that nutrition is one of those issues which is cross-cutting, and it has to be integrated into all the aspects of development, but in particular to development of human capital. So whenever you want to talk of development of people, you have to get nutrition at the center of it. And coming directly, for instance, to the fact that the trust I established doesn't talk necessarily of nutrition as one of our programs, but just the fact that we aim at supporting every child, every woman to reach his or her potential, we had to bring nutrition to that. Because there's no way you are going to have a child who has a good start, a good foundation to start in life if from the first 1,000 days is not given the nutrition which are needed. You are not going to have a child, a girl and a boy, but particularly girls, who is going to be successful in life if from the second year of life up to 5, 6 doesn't have a good nutrition. And then when you come to adolescents who are going to be tomorrow and after tomorrow, they will become, childbearing mothers. Then if they don't have proper nutrition, they're going to produce stunted children, and then you have intergenerational transmission of malnutrition from mothers to children. So with all this, whether you are talking within the context of women and children, which is PMNCH, whether you are talking about the elders in all the networks in which we are working with, whether I am in my own small trust, this has to be brought to leaders, particularly leaders, to understand that they have to bring nutrition to the center of development. And this is not the reality today. There are still many people who believe that nutrition is a health issue. Others, they will think it's an agricultural thing. And you have to say it covers literally most of the main important sectors of development, from, yes, production of food and how it is being consumed, from education to social welfare, where you have the mothers who prepare food, to youngsters. All this, nutrition has to become part of our development agenda. I am an African. In Africa, 43% of children are stunted today. So you can imagine what we can achieve in the next, not only 15 years of the SDGs. Actually, it will take a generation, 30 years minimum, for us to turn this around. It only is going to happen when leaders understand that in terms of human capital, in terms of productivity of the workforce, in terms of healthy nations, they have to change the way they look at nutrition. That's why it becomes a theme which goes across all the kind of engagements in which I have been.
Thank you.